Alcatraz Island, a chilling symbol of isolation, torment, and regret, a place where the most incorrigible prisoners were sent to disappear. Nestled in the cold, choppy waters of San Francisco Bay, Alcatraz Island was once home to America's most notorious criminals. Its grim history is as turbulent as the waters that surround it. From the late 1930s to the mid-1960s, Alcatraz served as a maximum security prison, housing infamous inmates like Al Capone and Robert Stroud, the Birdman of Alcatraz. The conditions on Alcatraz were harsh, to say the least. Prisoners were subjected to a strict regimen of silence, minimal rations, and solitary confinement. The chilling winds and the haunting sound of the waves served as constant reminders of the isolation they faced. But the story of Alcatraz doesn't end with its closure in 1963. In the silence that followed the clanging of the last cell door, a different kind of resident seemed to have made itself at home. Since its closure, visitors and staff have reported a multitude of paranormal activities. Phantom footsteps echo through the empty cell blocks. Chilling cold spots appear out of nowhere, and disembodied voices whisper in the stillness. Some believe these phenomena to be the lingering spirits of inmates who met tragic ends on the island. Others speculate that it's the accumulated negative energy from years of torment and despair. One of the most disturbing reports involves Cell 14D, a solitary confinement cell. Visitors often describe an intense cold and a heavy, oppressive feeling upon entering. Some have even claimed to see glowing eyes in the darkness. Alcatraz is a chilling testament to man's capacity for punishment and isolation. The echoes of its past reverberate through the empty corridors, hinting at the torment that once filled its cells. And yet, despite its dark history, or perhaps because of it, Alcatraz attracts thousands of visitors each year, all drawn to its chilling allure. Alcatraz, a place of punishment in life, and some say a place of torment and death. Imagine a house built to confuse and appease the spirits. A house of endless rooms and stairs leading to nowhere. Welcome to the Winchester Mystery House. In the heart of California stands a peculiar architectural marvel. This is no ordinary dwelling, but a labyrinthine mansion born from the troubled mind of Sarah Winchester. Sarah was the widow of William Wirt Winchester, heir to the vast Winchester rifle fortune. After the untimely deaths of her husband and daughter, Sarah sought solace in the spiritual realm. A medium, allegedly channeling her husband, warned her of vengeful spirits. These were the souls of those killed by the very rifles that had brought her wealth. The medium advised Sarah to move west and build a house for these restless spirits, and so began the construction of the Winchester Mystery House. The mansion is a maze of confusion, designed specifically to baffle the spirits. With over 160 rooms, 2 basements, and 3 elevators, the house's layout is a dizzying puzzle. There are doors that open into walls, staircases that ascend into the ceiling, and a host of other architectural oddities. This was Sarah's desperate attempt to elude the spirits she believed were pursuing her. Sarah Winchester's obsession with the supernatural didn't stop at architecture. She held nightly seances in a dedicated room, seeking guidance on the house's continuous construction, which continued 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 38 years until her death. After Sarah's passing, the Winchester House was opened to the public. Visitors and staff have reported numerous unexplained phenomena. Mysterious footsteps, cold spots, and the apparitions of a woman believed to be Sarah herself have all been reported. Some say the spirits Sarah sought to appease are still residing in the house, trapped in its endless maze. The Winchester House, a monument to guilt and a mansion of mysteries. This house stands as a testament to one woman's desperate attempt to reconcile with her past and the spirits she believed haunted her. A place where the line between the living and the dead is blurred, where mystery and history intertwine, creating an eerie spectacle that continues to captivate the imagination. Nestled in the Colorado Rockies, the Stanley Hotel basks in its fame and its infamy, a place of beauty by day and a place of shadows by night. The Stanley Hotel, a grand edifice of colonial revival architecture, has stood sentinel over Estes Park since the early 20th century. Its polished facade, a beacon of opulence and luxury, has drawn many a weary traveler. Yet, as the sun dips below the horizon, the hotel takes on a different persona, one drenched in chilling tales and spectral figures. The hotel's history is rich, woven with threads of grandeur and terror. It was the vision of Freeland Oscar Stanley, a man battling tuberculosis, hoping the crisp mountain air would grant him a reprieve. Stanley not only built a hotel but also a community, shaping Estes Park into a thriving resort town. But it's not the man who left his mark on the Stanley Hotel, it's the shadows. The Stanley Hotel's most infamous guest arrived in the winter of 1974. Stephen King, the master of horror, found inspiration for The Shining within these walls. King and his wife were the hotel's only guests, their solitude amplifying the eerie whispers of the empty corridors. It was room 217 that ignited King's imagination, a room with a past of its own, a room where guests have reported luggage being unpacked by unseen hands. The spectral figures are not confined to room 217. Guests have reported ghostly children playing in the halls, their laughter echoing long after they've vanished. Photographs taken within the hotel often reveal uninvited guests, spectral figures lurking just out of sight. The Stanley Hotel is a place where the veil between the living and the dead seems to thin, where the echoes of the past refuse to be silenced. It's a place where you can sip your morning coffee while a spectral figure plays the grand piano, where your footsteps might be shadowed by those unseen. The Stanley Hotel, where the line between reality and nightmare blurs. In the early 20th century, Waverly Hills Sanatorium was a beacon of hope for those suffering from tuberculosis. Now, it stands as a beacon of the supernatural. Nestled in the rolling hills of Kentucky, Waverly Hills was once considered one of the most advanced tuberculosis hospitals in the country. It was a sanctuary, a refuge for those stricken by the White Plague. But despite the best efforts of its dedicated staff, thousands succumbed to the disease within these walls. Today, the sanatorium is renowned not for its medical triumphs, but for the chilling whispers that echo through its dilapidated corridors. Visitors and paranormal investigators alike report encounters with the spectral inhabitants of Waverly Hills. The most frequently cited apparitions are the so-called shadow people, dark, human-like figures that flit silently across the periphery of vision. Many believe these shadows belong to the countless souls who met their untimely end in the sanatorium. Among the many spirits said to inhabit Waverly Hills, one figure stands out, the apparition of a nurse. She is often seen in room 502, where it's rumored a nurse took her own life in the mid-20th century. Witnesses describe her as a melancholic figure forever trapped in the place of her despair. But the nurse and the shadow people are just the tip of the supernatural iceberg. Tales abound of ghostly children playing in the halls, disembodied voices whispering in the night, and unseen hands reaching out from the darkness. The sanatorium has become a hotbed for paranormal activity, its every corner seeming to hold a story from beyond the grave. In the quiet stillness of Waverly Hills, one can't help but feel the weight of its haunted history. It's as if the walls themselves are imbued with the echoes of the past, the stories of those who once sought refuge here, and the whispers of those who never left. Waverly Hills Sanatorium, where the echoes of the past are not so silent. From prisons to mansions, hotels to sanatoriums, America is a country rich in haunted histories. Each place we've explored today carries with it a unique tale of spectral encounters, a testament to the enduring fascination we have with the world beyond our own. Remember the icy chill of Alcatraz, the infamous prison island where the spirits of past inmates are said to linger, trapped in an eternal sentence. The eerie echoes of the Winchester House, a labyrinthine mansion built by a woman trying to appease vengeful spirits, still resonate through its labyrinthine halls. Then there's the Stanley Hotel, a seemingly serene getaway nestled in the mountains, yet it harbors a shadowy secret. The specters of its former guests are said to roam the halls, eternally checking in but never checking out. And let's not forget Waverly Hills Sanatorium, a place where many sought healing but found only death. The whispers of former patients and staff still echo through its abandoned corridors, trapped in a never-ending struggle against an unseen enemy. These stories, these places, they captivate us because they offer a glimpse into the unknown, a chance to touch the other side. They remind us that there are mysteries in this world yet to be solved, stories yet to be told. But now, we invite you to share your own ghostly tales. Have you ever felt a sudden chill, seen a shadow move in the corner of your eye, or heard a whisper in an empty room? We want to hear about it. Let's continue this spectral journey together, delving deeper into the mysteries of the unseen and the unexplained. Thanks for joining us on this spectral journey. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share these chilling tales with your friends. Until next time, keep an eye on the shadows.